some birch bark scrolls to show that we also have our teachings. And they mirror in large part those that you find in spiritual works around the world. Midegah here, the kind warrior man of the Ojibwe peoples. I am the chief who is brave and strong, and I am also called Joseph. I want to begin by expressing my gratitude for your presence here today and your persistence to keep coming back. If you find this message uplifting, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more inspiring content. Your support helps us reach more people with these valuable teachings. Today, we turn our attention to 1 Nephi Chapter 9 from the Nephite record, which we have been reviewing. Though brief, this chapter carries profound significance as it discusses the purpose and importance of sacred records. Nephi, the author, explains the reasoning behind the creation of two distinct records, each serving unique purposes in preserving the spiritual and historical legacy of his people. In 1 Nephi chapter 9, Nephi outlines the creation of two sets of plates, the larger plates and the smaller plates. The larger plates contain the secular history of Nephi's people, including details about their wars, reigns of kings, and other significant events. Examples of books that are considered to be derived from the larger plates include the Book of Mosiah, Alma, Helaman, 3rd Nephi, 4th Nephi, example. And smaller plates. These plates focus on spiritual matters, containing prophecies, revelations, and sacred teachings. Examples of books that are considered to be derived from the smaller plates, like the Book of Jacob. Nephi emphasizes that he is commanded by the Lord to make these records, underscoring the divine purpose behind their creation. He writes, "For the Lord hath said unto me that inasmuch as thy seed shall keep my commandments, they shall prosper in the land of promise." This highlights the connection between obedience to divine commandments and the prosperity of descendants. Nephi's commitment to creating these records demonstrates the vital role of preserving spiritual and historical knowledge for future generations. Sacred records serve as a foundation for teaching, inspiration, and guidance, ensuring that divine truths and historical experiences are not lost over time. This concept is echoed in the Torah, where the importance of recording and preserving God's commandments is emphasized continually. In Deuteronomy 6:6-9, "These commandments I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on your door frames of your houses and put them on your gates." We read the importance of keeping God's words in our hearts and teaching them diligently to our children is first and foremost. Nephi's obedience to the Lord's command to create these records illustrates the importance of following divine instruction, even when the full purpose is not immediately clear. Nephi writes, "Wherefore the Lord hath commanded me to make these plates for a wise purpose in him, which purpose I know not." 1 Nephi 9:5. This teaches us to trust in God's wisdom and timing, knowing that his purposes are ultimately for our benefit. This theme resonates with Isaiah 55:8-9, where the Lord declares, "For my thoughts are not always your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." This reminds us that divine wisdom often surpasses, it should, our understanding, urging us to have faith in his plans. The smaller plates focus on spiritual matters, highlighting the need to prioritize spiritual teachings and revelations. This serves as a reminder that while historical records are important, spiritual insights are essential for guiding our lives and deepening our relationship with God. Psalm 19, 7 through 8 states, "The law of the Lord is perfect, refreshing the soul. The statutes of the Lord are trustworthy, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, giving joy to the heart. The commands of the Lord are radiant, giving light to the eyes." This passage emphasizes the transformative and enlightening power of divine teachings, underscoring their role in refreshing the soul, imparting wisdom, and bringing joy and clarity to our lives. As we reflect on the teachings of 1 Nephi Chapter 9, we're called to consider the role of sacred records in our own lives. Just as Nephi was diligent in preserving the teachings and history of his people, we too must prioritize the preservation of spiritual wisdom and insights passed on to us, and respect what has been passed on to others. This involves not only studying and recording these teachings, but also living them out in our daily lives. The creation of sacred records is not merely an act of historical preservation. It is a spiritual endeavor that connects generations and fosters a deep understanding of divine principles. By cherishing and safeguarding these teachings, we ensure the future generations can benefit from their wisdom and guidance. By understanding Nephi's purpose in creating these records, we can appreciate the value in preserving the spiritual and historical knowledge that we have for our future generations. For the Anishinaabe, we have Midegah scrolls. And some of these, if I can share here real quick, some of these, they are symbols that they have long meanings. And here's some of them here that are recorded here. It's just a little symbol, has long meanings. And if you cross elders along your way who have these scrolls and they let you write them down with the teachings, it's for your benefit and it's for you to continue it on. Currently, the 8th Fire Lodge, about 2 hours north of Toronto, maintains the birch bark scrolls and the greater teachings, teaching at 2 big binders of scrolls that we had hoped would be released out to the general public, but we have seen that there's such a struggle, even with the records that's already had, and following through with, respecting the teachings of others, such as the teachings that was given to the tribe of Israel, and their relationship with the Creator that was copied by a European king who was pretty wicked, and made God in His own image. That we need you to first center yourselves. And then you can come to our lodges and you can learn the more that we have. And there's a lot more. It'd be untrue to say that there's no written history in the Americas when the history that did exist, the European immigrants sought to destroy and we hit up. That doesn't mean they're gone. As we consider the role of sacred records in our lives, let us remember the words from Psalm 119:11. "Your statutes are my heritage forever. They are the joy of my heart." This verse emphasizes the enduring value and joy found in divine teachings, encouraging us to embrace and cherish them as an everlasting inheritance. So I want you to take your time in reviewing the scriptures and the teachings that have been given to you, and to show a grateful thankfulness that the things from your ancestors carry forth and carry on. And so I'm grateful that in 1 Nephi Chapter 9, that these things are outlined. We're going to share a video now of some birch bark scrolls to show that we also have our teachings. And they mirror in large part those that you find in spiritual works around the world. Of course, they share the same source. They share the same Creator. And eventually, we hope along the way, as we all come into one, that the greater teachings we carry will be as widely known and respected as the ones that currently are disrespected. But we'll get there. Miigwech, for your time. It's a great honor to take this time every day with you. And I look forward to you growing as we equally seek to become those butterflies. Observing life, it isn't as complicated as it seems. I like to think of a poem that helps me along my way, and I hope it helps you.
Behold, the sun is gold, and the grasshopper leaps, but none are as bold as that caterpillar who creeps. And what to behold between the reeds, shimmering gold, butterfly wings. We live in a beautiful place, and when you look around you, there are those that achieve things much faster than you, a lot like that grasshopper that can leap vast distances, but it's that bold and courageous little caterpillar with all those legs that don't seem to benefit him at all. But he persists as the little warrior of creation. And then one day, he's that butterfly going through the reeds with the sun reflecting off his wings. And in that moment, nothing in creation can catch him or cause fear. He moves almost with the wind, disappearing from one spot to the next. We're very much that caterpillar in this story. Some of us are going from one mountain to another mountain. Some of us are falling off cliffs. Some of us are lost in the valley. We just need a friend to show us the way. Some of us are climbing. We're so close to achieving our goal. And wouldn't it be much faster with a helping hand? An act of random kindness or an act of intentional kindness are probably the most important thing we can do in this life. Because we know that persistence is the only thing that'll get failure out of the way of your success. So persist and help somebody else on their way too.
Oh, you take video?
Mm-hmm. Gimme Quen me go.
Gimme Quen me go.
Gishi se shi sagiya.
Gishi se shi sagiya.
Zegoyan.
Zegoyan.
Mekwenda goshida.
Mekwenda goshida.
Aben goja.
Aben goja.
Gimme Quen me go.
Gimme Quen me go.
Ani kubi jigganad.
Ani kubi jigganad.
Gimme Quen me go.
Gimme Quen me go.
In the way magona.
In my way magona.
Gimme Quen me go.
Gimme Quen me go.
Gishi se shi sagiya.
Gishi se shi sagiya.
Zegoya. Gimme Quen me go.
Gimme Quen me go.
Gishi se shi sagiya.
Gishi se shi sagiya.
Zegoyan.
Zegoyan.
Mek.
Gishi se shi sagiya.
Zegoyan.
Zegoyan.
Good job.